Good evening, everybody. This is the Pup here, Wednesday evening. Happy post-election day. The madness continues. We're going to be looking at 8 charts this evening, so let me get right into it. So first chart I'm looking at here is DADA. You can see we are in a bit of a downtrend line here, and we have come up here, hit a bit of resistance, and we came up here today and hit a bit of resistance, but getting a little bit of a bullish cross right at a volume shelf. So you know how we like to take these volume shelf launches. If we do get a breakout, you can take our entry here. Let's call it a little over $34, but I think a safer entry is probably right about here, right around 34.75, closer to $35. And over there, we can come up to all-time highs. So that is DADA. Next up, we'll take a quick look at Zoom. And just so you know, I am using the Trend Spider system with the 65-minute chart time frame. So you can see here on Zoom, we've had a pretty vicious downturn coming all the way up from this 580 level, hit a bit of a low. We made a bear flag and then broke right back down. Pretty even measured move here. And so we are making a bit of a rounded bottom here. Nice move today into our flag formation. And so what I'm looking for is a potential entry over 485. And I think over 485, we can trigger right back up to our psychological $500 level. And you can see we were going to hit a little bit of resistance here. We also have a volume shelf right here as well. And that terminates right at $500. So I do think that we can run this week into 500 on Zoom. Next up is you, again on the 65-minute chart. One thing I noticed, we are in a broadening formation. So if I just squeeze this down a little bit, you can see that, you know, 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. We didn't quite come down and get that 4th touch, but we are potentially looking at 110 to 113 as a potential target. We did have a bullish cross on this gap up today. So like many things, they are running, but you being a new IPO, you know, we are starting to really get an understanding of its trend lines. And so we can see that, you know, just taking a quick look, you know, this could be an area, like I said here, where we could potentially target. And we could run some fib extensions as well. But once we start breaking that 110 level, I'll start drawing some levels up here for potential targets on you. Next up is DDOG. The pup likes the dog. Again, nice downtrend. The 8 getting resisted by the 21. We finally had a bullish crossover right at a breakout level. And so now we're consolidating a little bit. So, you know, where I'm anchored, I'm looking for a potential move up to this level right here. Let's say from 102 to about 107. I think this is the area I would target for us to come into and maybe hit a little bit of resistance before potentially breaking higher to all-time highs. So what else do we have here? We have Square. Square looks pretty good today, pretty strong into 170. And so we did close over this 170.58 level. So I am looking for us to come up back to this 180 level at the 1272 fib extension, and then potentially, you know, in the coming weeks, maybe month, come back up to this 193 level, of course, if the market cooperates. So bullish crossover, nice close over a previous resistance point. So looking good for Square. Next up is JD. So JD, part of emerging markets, EEM, like BABA, we are seeing a bit of a breakout. So we had our nice run up. We hit a little bit of resistance. We sold off, came back into that point. And now we have our gap up breakup. Really don't love trading these. You know, this gap always makes me nervous because you can get that throwaway comeback and retest the breakout level. But, you know, sometimes for quick trades, if you're an options trader, you could take these, you know, these pop up if momentum is on your side. Look at this above average volume. You can get these push-ups. And what I would wait for if you're looking and potentially to get in, just wait for the 21 to start curling up, price to come into the 21, and then you can take an entry right off that 21 for another move potentially higher. So that's how I would play JD. Let's look at NIO next. NIO's been on a massive run. Not much to say about it. Just jump on the train. Jump on the train. Buy these pullbacks to the 21 EMA, the ones that we have not been getting yet, right? But, you know, this had a nice wick down yesterday to the 4236 extension off of a previous move, hitting a little bit of resistance at these dual 4236 extensions. And, of course, we have $40, which is our, you know, our psychological resistance level. So, you know, NIO's doing its thing. I would not be a buyer up here. I would wait for pullbacks on NIO. And last up is Chewy. Man, Chewy is one of those stocks that just acts normal. It just acts so normal. Let's see. If I go down, I'll go down to my daily chart and just, you know, it's in this beautiful, you know, channel here. And, you know, we have a nice cup and handle formation, bounce right off the bottom of our trend. And now it's coming back up to our neckline. So, you know, what I would look for on this trade, wait till it comes back up and test this neckline here at the 2.272 fib extension at 70.85. I think if we break above there, we'll have a couple of resistance points here at 72.56. 73.98, which is a 1618. That's a big level. But over that, I'm looking for us to come into this fib extension level up here, a nice fib cluster at the $83 level. So, you know, again, you know, cup, handle, broke the handle, wait for the neckline, and then take the trade up to $83. So that's what I have so far for this week. It's been difficult to find really good setups. Obviously, with the election, it's caused a lot of volatility in the market. So, you know, we're still going to have a little bit of volatility until we get a clear, decisive winner. But, you know, that might be days, if not weeks away. So in the meantime, we're still scouting for these ideal setups, and hopefully the market continues to pay us. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like it, share it, do what you got to do, and I will see you in the markets tomorrow.